What's going on, family? If you are logging on right now, watching this, should I say, for the first time, I just want you to know that tonight is, it's going to be one of those, should I say this video, because you're rewatching it, is one of those videos that I believe is going to encourage you, and just kind of just help you with figuring a couple things out in your life. A lot of people in this world, I've come to find out, don't know who they are. A lot of people don't know their identity. A lot of people don't know their purpose. They don't know their calling. And, I'm a purpose coach, along with many other things. I'm a speaker, inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, preacher, um, author, clothing designer. I do a lot of different things because I've been around the block several times. But in this season of my life, one thing I'm very passionate about, or shall I say a little bit overly zealous about, is helping people find their purpose. And I've been doing this for probably around 7 or 8 years, but in the last 2 years, I've really keyed in on it online. And the reason why purpose is so important to me is because it saved my life. Finding my purpose saved my life. Just to be, direct with you, I remember a time in my life where I just used to go down to a friend's house and we would just get the bong and smoke. It wasn't even a roll up; it would be the bong because it was with this white guy I knew. And you know, if I'm just being honest, from my observation back then, it seems like the white people like to do the bongs and the black people like to roll it up. And I was taking these big hits all the time and just falling asleep and wake up the next day and do it all over again. I didn't have a life. I didn't have direction. I got kicked out of school. My grades were so low in college. I was partying all the time. I was chasing girls. I just had no direction. And the reason why was because I had graduated from high school a couple of years previously, and I was supposed to have went to college and played basketball because I was really good, but I denied a lot of my scholarships. I turned them down because of some family stuff I had going on. And from that point on, it's like my life had zero direction for, I would say, probably between the ages of 18 and 24, I think. Everything was just all over the place. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm passionate about purpose. That's just a little bit of backstory behind why purpose matters to me. I think when you've personally seen something work for you, you've personally seen something save your life, you've seen something change your life, then why would you not go tell somebody else about it? I think that's one of the biggest issues in this society is a lot of us have experiences. We have a story, we have things that we face and that we've overcome, and we're not out here telling anybody about it, not out here sharing it. And that's low-key selfish because if you don't tell the goodness of God and what He's done in your life, and how can He get glory? He can't get glory from something that you're not willing to tell. He can't get glory from something that you're not willing to share. Yeah, you may not be perfect. Yeah, you might still have struggles. Yeah, you might have some sort of addiction. Yeah, you might not have it all figured out. Yeah, you might not pick up your Bible very often. Maybe you ain't been to church in years. But do you have a story? Do you have something you've been through? Do you have something that you faced and it did not win? Right? Sometimes God is even calling us to share our story while the story is still happening. Because sometimes it's not, maybe you're not completely free from whatever it was you used to do or you do, but you're not where you used to be. And sometimes sharing that will help you get more free. And so I just think it's important for people to really prioritize their purpose and treat it like it matters because it's connected to everything. Purpose is truly connected to everything. Can I just get 11 people in the chat to comment below everything? Everything. Purpose is connected to everything. So if you're someone who desires to find your purpose, here's a couple things I just want to share with you. If you want to find your purpose, you need to be intentional with who you surround yourself with. I think that that's probably the biggest mistake that I notice in a lot of people. It's like you cannot change your life if you keep living in the same environment, right? You can't have a different experience in life if you keep living in the same environment. That's like if you live, like I remember I used to have this apartment that I lived in, and it was so noisy because of my neighbors above. And they were so loud, and they make so much noise, and it drove me crazy. And I remember just trying to do different things and do work and go live and do these things and write my book. And I could not do it. And I remember I wanted to start a new business. I wanted to launch a new business. And I made a decision that I would not launch that new business as long as I was living there. Why? Because I knew I could not enter into a new dimension, right, in the same environment that had been holding me back with things I had already been doing. In other words, what I'm trying to say to somebody tonight is that you're already not getting the things done that you're already doing at the highest level that you could. So if that's the result that's coming from the environment that you're in now, then how in the world do you think you can live in your purpose with that same environment? You have to change your environment to go to the next level. You have to change your environment to get to the top. You have to change your environment to be successful. You have to change your environment to truly live in your purpose in the most powerful way. It requires a change of environment. And so you have things like mentors. There are programs that you can sign up for that will introduce you to new people. People hate paying for things. People hate sacrificing anything to elevate. But here's the question. How much are you willing to give up to go up? How much are you willing to give up to go up? I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about time, right? I'm talking about the trust that you got to be willing to give, right? Like you cannot go into a new dimension or next level, become more successful than you ever imagined, right? Become your best, God's best, receive God's best for you while being unwilling to sacrifice anything. Sacrifice is the seed, right, of success. Sacrifice, right, is a sign and a symbol of submission. You saying, you know what? I have faith. Sacrifice is symbolic of faith. It's you saying, I believe that this is going to happen to the point where I'm willing to give something, even though I don't know what I'm going to get back in return. Because I trust that whatever I get back in return, it'll be worth it. And so pursue purpose, man, and understand in order to find your purpose, you're going to have to change your environment. You cannot find something you've never found in the same place that you've been in your whole life. That's a whole word. You cannot find something you've never found in the same place you've been in your whole life. Whenever we say, oh man, I can't find something, let me look for it. When we go looking for it, do we stay in the same place that we are in, or do we move our feet and go look in different places? We move. My keys always fall in my car. If I don't find them in one spot, I'll move around and go look in the other spot. They're not in the front seat, I go look in the back seat. If I don't see them in the back seat, I go look underneath the chair. If they're not on my side, I go to the other side. Why? Because I'm looking for something. I'm trying to find something. When you're trying to find something, you have to be willing to go to a new place. You have to be willing to participate in a new thing. You have to be willing to connect with some new people. You cannot find something you've never found in the same place that you've been feeling lost in the whole time. Is this helping anybody? Purpose is powerful. I want everybody to comment below. Powerful, 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 powerful. Purpose is powerful. Purpose is connected to everything in this world. Who you date. If you don't know your purpose, then the person that you get in a relationship with, y'all probably not going to match, right? The job you work. If you don't know your purpose, you're probably end up working a 9 to 5, feeling empty, feeling aggravated, feeling stressed out. You're overworking and getting paid less. I was talking to a friend a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, they were telling me how their dad had told them, hey, you need to start swinging bigger. You need to take bigger swings. Essentially was telling them like, yo, you keep applying for jobs, but you're not applying for jobs that's going to actually make you happy, that's going to give you fulfillment, that's going to allow you to live in your purpose. Figure out who you want to be, what you want to do, the impact you want to leave on this world, and then from there, go after it. Apply for things like that. Some of us are so busy, stuck in survival mode, that we're on the hamster wheel, and we're going in circles. We're going in motions. We're going in circles. Sometimes the only way you're going to break out of the cycle is you're going to have to be willing to do something uncomfortable. Sometimes the only way you're going to break out of the cycle is you're going to have to be willing to go do something that's not something you've done before. Don't expect to get a new result from doing something that you've already done. That's called insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a new result. I don't want you to live an insane life. I want you to live an intentional life. I want you to live a healthy life. I want you to live a life that is full of purpose. There's somebody out there right now waiting on you to find your purpose. There's somebody out there right now waiting on you to do that thing that God been told you to do. There's someone out there right now waiting on you to start that podcast. Yeah, it's a lot of people with a podcast. But so what? What you have to say is different. So what? There's always more room for somebody else to show up and do what God has given them to do. Why? Because if there was not more room left, then God would not have created you. God would not have created you. Come on, write that one down for me, Kay. Write that one down for me. God would not have created you if there wasn't enough room for what he put inside of you. So for every single one of you naysayers out here that's saying things like, well, it's enough people out here with a clothing line already. Well, there's already a lot of musicians out here. Then, how am I going to do anything? Well, I just feel like there's enough speakers already out here. I mean, don't you think there's enough restaurants? If there were too many, why would God have placed you here on earth with that gift put inside of you? I'm not talking about something that you learned last week. I'm talking about that thing that's inside of you that you just naturally are good at. That thing inside of you that you just naturally have a nick for. You just listen to people really well. There might be a zillion therapists, but it sounds like your listening skills are better than probably most therapists because they chose to become a therapist. When God created you, he made you a therapist. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm graced to do it. Exactly. Redefine Me TV. You are graced to do it. And when you are graced to do something, it don't matter how many people are doing it. It don't matter how many people do it. When you come into the game and do it, listen, I once heard someone say, it's not about who did it first, it's about who did it the best. Listen, I'm going to change it around and say, it's not about who did it first. It's about who does it the most effectively. Because in every arena, right, there, no matter what type of business, what type of art, what type of sport, no matter what it is, there's always a group of people that are known as being the most effective in what they do. And you just do it your way. You don't gotta be like, your style don't gotta be their style. There's enough room for everybody. There are millions and millions and millions of different types of waters out there. People still keep making more water. Why? Because there are more lanes available to make more water. There's no lane that's so oversaturated that there's not going to be someone new that's going to come about and take over in a way that you never would imagine. It's just, because when God put it inside of you to do it, it's just going to happen. It's just going to work. And how do you know when you're living in your purpose? I give you one way. I can't give you everything because I'm going to tell you in my class. But one way you know for sure you are living in your purpose is whatever you do is impacting other people. One way you know what you do is your purpose. That's one key principle of purpose, is that it always impacts other people. If what you do does not impact other people, it cannot be considered your purpose. If it only benefits you, that's not your purpose. If it's something you only get rewards from, it's not your purpose. Your purpose is something that benefits other people. It impacts other people. It leads other people to purpose. It's an example for other people, right? And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here tonight and just remind you that there's more inside of you. Purpose is not something to just be considered an option. This life is God's gift to you and I, and what we do with our life is I give back to him. And I just think that some of us don't realize if you really want to get out of survival mode, if you really want to get out of feeling stuck, if you really want to get out of feeling lost, you really want to get out of feeling confused, feeling like you don't know what direction you're going in, whatever the case is, man, if you want to get out of that place, I'm telling you right now, what you need to do is pursue your purpose. Pursue it, man. Pursue it with your whole heart. Pursue it like your life depends on it. Because I'm telling you right now, it will change everything. It will change everything. And I just feel like there are so many people out there right now that you don't believe that, and that's the reason why you keep treating it like it doesn't matter. But for me, I feel like I knew I was in my purpose when I started serving with a youth ministry. and I was helping these kids, and they were going through so much. And you know, it was so funny because I didn't know which ministry to serve in, and the way I figured out which ministry I needed to serve in was I just thought about what was the point in my life where I went through the most trouble. What was the part in my life where I had to overcome the most things? And I was like, my senior year of high school was by far one of the most traumatic years of my life. And I was like, it was probably like my first time in my life I experienced trauma. And I was like, dang, I want to help high schoolers because that's when it all got hard for me. And from there, I was just, you know, serving and leading small groups and ministering to these kids on a one-on-one level. And then one day I started making videos on social media, and I got a speaking engagement. And it was so interesting because I used to always notice when I would speak to the kids, they would listen to me differently than they would listen to the majority of the other leaders. There was maybe like one or two other leaders that they would like really lock in like that too. And that's not even a brag on me, that's just facts. And I remember just noticing how they would listen to me. And then they would always ask me, when are you going to preach? When are they going to let you preach? When are they going to let you preach? I was just a volunteer. The pastor was actually on payroll at the church. They were asking me all the time, when you going to preach? When you going to preach? And I'm like, when people start asking you, especially children, kids, because they don't lie, when they start asking you about something that you're not even thinking about doing, obviously there's something inside of you that those people see. So I want to ask you guys, have you ever had someone approach you about something, right? Like, oh, will you make me some? They notice every day you bring your lunch to work, and they're like, that looks so good. Will you make me some? I'll pay you for it. Or you got that shirt that you designed, like, will you make me one? I'll pay you for it, right? Like they see how you designed your website. Oh man, will you design my website? I'll pay you for it. When you have things that people keep asking you about, a lot of times that's because that's your purpose. A lot of times that's something you can do that attracts people that you can glorify God in doing. And I am telling you right now, we got to make the conscious decision to look for what those things are in our life and to stop overlooking those things. Stop acting like those things don't matter. Stop acting like that's a small thing. No, you have a gift that everyone else does not have. It's time for you to use it. You can use it or you can keep sleeping on it. My encouragement to you tonight is for you to wake up and use what God has given you. And I know many of you are saying you don't know how to use it. And that's the reason why I created my new class called Your Purpose Matters. I have a new two-night masterclass, 2 hours per night, and the class is live, where I'm going to teach you how to find your purpose. I'm going to help you identify the gifts that God has given you. I'm going to give you something called a purpose assessment test where you're going to be able to connect all the dots. And together, we're going to connect all the dots of what God has put inside of you and how what he has put inside of you, what you have a desire for, a love for, a passion for, and your experiences, how they are all connected. And you're going to be like, you're going to go from, I just don't know, I'm just not sure, I don't know, to whoa. Just like that, you're going to go to, whoa, wait a minute. It's all going to become very clear. And you're going to realize you don't have to keep working that 9 to 5 that you hate. You don't have to keep saying, I don't know where to start. You don't have to keep feeling like there's more but not knowing what's missing. No. All you have to do is choose to finally apply yourself intentionally. And it is time, it's going to be time for you to live in your purpose. So in this class, I'm going to help you identify your gifts, your God-given gifts, your talents. There's nobody else in the world like you. I'm going to help you find your purpose. Gifts and purpose are not the same thing. We're going to talk about that in the class. Gifts and purpose are not the same thing. Okay? I want to help you learn put it like this. Superman's job was to save the world from, I think it was like Luke Lexer or something like that. Let's use the Avengers. The Avengers' job was to save the world, right? I don't know if y'all hear that plane going over my loft, but whatever. The Avengers' job was to save the world from, what was the villain's name in the Avengers? Y'all remember? What was the Avengers' name in, the villain's name in the Avengers? I don't remember what his name was. Y'all remember? But whatever his name was, the Avengers' job was to save the world from that dude, right? Now, each Avenger had superpowers, but their purpose was to protect the people from the villain. That's what I'm trying to tell you tonight. Thanos, thank you. Their job, their purpose was to protect the world from Thanos. Their superpower, Thor's superpower, right? He can fly. He has a hammer, right? Shoot, I'm trying to remember each person. Spider-Man, he has a web. He can jump. He's swift. He's nimble. He's quick. That's kind of like each of you. You have a superpower. That's your gifts. But then you have a purpose. It's what you're supposed to do, right? It's how you use those gifts. So, for example, one of my gifts is speaking, right? That's one of my gifts. I have a couple of gifts, quite a few, but one main one is speaking. What is my purpose with that gift, right? My purpose is to inspire people. My purpose is to help people find their purpose, right? And my purpose is to help people find healing. That is my purpose. I know that is my purpose. How did I figure that out? My bad. And most importantly, to point people to Jesus in the process of doing all three. How did I figure that out? Easy. People kept saying it to me. It was by far the most common things that I kept hearing from other people. You're so inspiring. You're so inspiring. You're so inspiring. That's how I came up with J. Remy Inspires, because I kept hearing, you're so inspired. You're so inspired. You're so inspired. Right? Then people like, man, I found healing. Man, I found healing. People, oh my gosh, like when I first grew up on TikTok, healing. I just kept hearing healing all the time. So I'm like, clearly, that's the thing. And then purpose, that was just something that was a no-brainer. That one was the first one I figured out, was that God had put me here to help other people find their purpose. Because it's like I can see what it takes to find your purpose way more clearly than anybody I've ever encountered in my life. I'm convinced it's a gift and it's my purpose. It's crazy. It's like literally like I have 20/20 vision when it comes to that. Like I'm always in conversations with strangers, asking them questions, and then after the end of 5 minutes of talking, I'm like, hey, you should start a so-and-so. I can see you doing that and then doing this on the side and put together. You could even do it in this type of place, and it probably only cost you this much. I don't even be trying to do that. It just comes to me. And so that's why I started the class, because I've been doing it so long for so many people without even knowing I was doing it, that 2 years ago I was like, I need to do this for real, and really help people that are really hungry to know it. Because what I know is a lot of you watching this video, you're going to hear me say all of this and you're going to go back to your regular life, even though you're unhappy, even though you're not satisfied. You're not even going to entertain a lot of what I'm saying. And that's unfortunately how a majority of people live their life. Majority of dreams in this world are in the graveyard, not inside of people's mind. The graveyard has more dreams than any other place in the world. There's more purpose in the graveyard than any other place in the world. And my hope and desire is that you won't take that to the graveyard with you. So listen, if you want to find your purpose, you want to learn what your gifts are, you want to learn, another thing in this class, I'm going to help you develop the faith to pursue your purpose. You want to know where to start. If you want to learn how to take your purpose and turn it into profit, your specific purpose, because on the last night, I'm going to do Q&A, so I'm going to actually give everybody ideas for how they can live in their purpose with whatever their gifts and their purpose is. If this is something you desire, go sign up for my class right now called Your Purpose Matters. It is on my website, shopjremy.com, shopjremyinspires.com. Let me go look at it just because I don't want to say the wrong website, because I'm saying Shop J Remy, I'm saying Shop J Remy Inspires. shopjremyinspires.com. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of it so you can see it, so there will be no confusion. shopjremyinspires.com. Let's see. And yeah, I would love to have you guys go join that class ASAP. It's called Your Purpose Matters. It's only $38. It's super affordable. It's not expensive at all, because I want as many people as possible to find their purpose. So I don't want it to be something that you got to have a lot of money. Most people that are struggling because they don't know their purpose. So why am I going to make it expensive for? I'm for the people. That's just me. So there you go, right there. Shop J Remy Inspires. Right there. You see it up top. And all you got to do is go right here. Your Purpose Matters. And yeah, man, I would love. And if you want to see testimonials, because I do have testimonials of other people who have joined this class and got the results, go to my Instagram or my TikTok page, and all you have to do is click testimonials. and you'll see it. Click the link in my bio and then click testimonials. I'll say that again. If you want to see testimonials from people who have taken my class, go to the link in my bio on Instagram or on TikTok, and you'll be able to see testimonials of other people who have taken this class. It has truly been changing the lives of people. I've seen some astronomical things happen for people who have taken this class, and I'm just hoping that you will truly step out of your comfort zone this one time and trust and believe that it's not a coincidence that you're seeing this, and that you will allow the Lord to truly just take you to another level in life like you've never seen before, and allow Him to transform you from the inside out for the better. This is a faith-based class. Everything I do is connected to God. I'm nobody without God. There is no purpose without God. The reason why purpose exists is because God gave it to us. And that's why I think it's so important for us to want to know what it is. Because for God to give you something and for you to choose, keyword choose not to use it. Simply because you don't know how. Simply because you feel like you got to pay these bills. Simply because you got this going on, that going on. You're too busy. There's no such thing as being too busy for purpose. There's only those people who choose to prioritize and those people who choose not to. And the question becomes, which one will you be? And so I want to stick around for about 5 minutes, and I want to give some of you an opportunity right now to go sign up for my class, Your Purpose Matters. Once again, I'll show you where to go. ShopJRemyInspires.com. ShopJRemyInspires.com. You see that right there? ShopJRemyInspires.com. Go right there, and all you got to do is click the Your Purpose Matters class, sign up, come back and let me know you signed up. I'm excited. I'm looking at my phone so I can see you as you sign up. Some of you guys may sign up later, but I'm just want to see. I want to be on right now while some of you sign up right here in front of my face. I'm excited. I'm hyped. The class will be hosted on October the 2nd and the 3rd. It is filling up fast. It will sell out. It always sells out. I think I probably only had one class that didn't sell out ever. What else would I like to tell you? The class is 2 nights. It comes with a free ebook. It is a live class, 2 nights live. And when the class ends, you are going to be able to go back and watch it anytime. Anytime at your convenience, you will be able to go back and watch the class again. So don't feel discouraged by the dates. By the time, it will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday and Tuesday of next week. It's $38. It will be hosted here on YouTube, but it will be private links. It will be 2 private links, one for Monday, one for Tuesday. And so, if you have any questions about it, let me know. Is there anything you want to know about the class? Let me know. Let me know. And just a little bit more about me. I have over 1 million followers here on social media, over 1 million on TikTok specifically. Here on YouTube, I think I'm at like 30-something thousand. Instagram, I'm at like 50-something thousand. All of that from living in my purpose. From using the voice that God gave me to inspire others. I have owned 3 clothing lines in my life. I have written songs. I have several songs on Spotify and Apple. I have a total of 3 books written. Actually, I have one book right here in front of me. One of my books, this is a world premiere. 7 Things Men Feel That Women Wish They Knew. I have never shown anybody that before. That was a soft copy. This is the hard copy. So I'm actually the author of 3 books. One on Amazon, one an ebook, and this is going to be my second official release, non-ebook. But I share all that with you just to kind of just tell you, like, I live in purpose. And I've figured out several different vehicles to live in my purpose. And I'm going to be starting launching a podcast actually before the end of this year. And so, I got quite a few things that I have done. And I used to travel speaking, going to schools, churches, and organizations. And, I'm someone that my life is dedicated to purpose. I said a long time ago, I don't care if I'm rich or if I'm poor, I will never live a life just for money ever again. Never again. My life will always be about purpose, and I believe the money comes when you chase purpose. People chase the money and never find purpose. Chase purpose, the money will come. The money will for sure come, and that's how I live my life, because I'm not worried about money. Listen, my currency is the change that I bring to the world, and I promise you, God will take care of the rest. Trust me on that. So, Your Purpose Matters. I hope to see you in my class. God is doing a new thing in your life if you would allow Him to. Once again, the class is on shopjremyinspires.com. Shopjremyinspires.com. Would love to have you join that. Would love to have you there. Love to connect with you. Love to have the opportunity to pour into you and impact you. But the thing about this is, if you're not willing to put purpose at the top of your priority list, then it don't matter if it's me, if it's Martin Luther King came back from the grave, or if it's God Himself. If you don't want it, then you're not going to find it. If you're not willing to get uncomfortable, step outside of your comfort zone, then you're not going to find it. If you're not willing to step out of your usual, you're not going to find it. You have to go after it. And you have to put yourself in position, right, to I don't want to say to attract it. You have to put yourself in position to understand it. You have to put yourself in position to comprehend it. You have to put yourself in position, right, to become one with it. And so in this class, Your Purpose Matters, you're being given the opportunity to really, really, really connect with like-minded people that are also pursuing purpose, and obviously to be coached by me and everything that I've learned, because it took me about somewhere between 6 to 8 years to find my purpose. And I'm trying to give you that in 2 nights if you will let me. But you just got to be willing to show up. So, and I'm going to tell you the book that changed my life in regards to purpose. What started this whole journey for me a long, long time ago. So I hope you guys decided to join. I hope tonight's message has helped you tremendously. Make sure that if you want more, you change your environment. And never, ever, ever forget that God has more for you than being stuck, stagnant, complacent, or living in survival mode. He never created you for that. He created you for much, 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 much more. All right, go after it. I'll see you in my class Monday and Tuesday. If you sign up, Your Purpose Matters. Once again, shopjremyinspires.com. That's where you can find me. That's at shopjremyinspires.com. All right. Love you guys so much. Can't wait to see you next time. Thank you guys so much for your support. God bless you. If you have any questions, you can reach me on Instagram at j.remyinspires. All right. God bless. Peace.